90 years. 90 damn years. That is how long I have walked around this earth, and for the vast majority of that time, I felt completely, utterly lost. I'm Evelyn. I am 90 years old now, and as I sit here in the quiet of my porch, I realize I spent most of my adult life fighting a war that didn't actually exist. If you are watching this right now and you feel like you are just constantly exhausted, if you feel like your mind is your own worst enemy, I need you to pull up a chair. I need you to give me just 15 minutes of your time, because what I'm about to tell you took me nearly a century to figure out. It cost me my first marriage. It cost me the best years of my children's lives. And I am going to try and give it to you right now for free, so you don't have to look in the mirror at 90 and realize you wasted your life fighting ghosts. When I was in my 50s, I was a high-level executive, a vice president with my name on a mahogany door. I had clawed my way up from nothing, thinking that every promotion was a shield against the world. But do you know how I walked through the world back then? I walked around angry all the time. I thought everybody was out to get me. If my boss sent me a short, clipped email, I was certain he was plotting to replace me. If my husband didn't greet me at the door with a smile, I felt disrespected, unloved, and ignored. If someone cut me off in traffic, I would see red, convinced the entire world was conspiring against me. I was a victim in a tailored power suit. Here is the brutal truth that almost broke me when I finally understood it. When you walk around feeling like everyone is attacking you, you aren't reacting like a 30 or 40-year-old professional. You are reacting like a helpless, terrified 7-year-old child. See, when I was a little girl, I watched my mother struggle. I watched people treat her like she was nothing because we were poor. That little girl inside me learned that the world is a dangerous place where people will step on you if you don't fight back. So, decades later, when my husband simply asked me to help with the chores, I didn't hear a partner. I heard the world telling me I was a servant, telling me I was nothing. And I snapped. You think your boss hates you, you think your spouse doesn't appreciate you, but it's a lie. You are reacting to the world like a helpless child. But listen to me, you aren't 7 anymore. You have the power to fix it, but you are choosing to stay a victim because staying angry is a whole lot easier than facing your own past. We use the word triggered so much lately. But let me tell you about a trigger. A trigger on a gun is a tiny mechanism, just a spark. It has no power on its own. The only reason it causes an explosion is because of the gunpowder. For decades, I walked around carrying weightless but deadly emotional gunpowder inside my chest. All my insecurities, my fears of not being enough, my unhealed wounds. I was walking around packed with explosives, and then someone would make a tiny mistake. They pulled the trigger, just a tiny spark, and I would blow up. I would yell, I would ruin the whole evening, and then the sickness of it is that I would blame them for the explosion. Look what you made me do, I'd say. No, they didn't make me do anything. They just provided the spark. I was the one carrying the explosives. Until you sit down, look in the mirror, and unpack your own emotional gunpowder, the world is going to keep setting you off. You are going to keep destroying your relationships. Stop blaming other people for the bombs you refuse to diffuse. I want to talk about that voice in your head. The one that wakes you up at 3 a.m. telling you that you are a fraud. The voice that says you are lazy or a bad parent or that you are going to lose everything. I used to think that voice was my secret weapon. I thought that if I beat myself up harder than anyone else could, then no one could hurt me. I thought that vicious, cruel voice was what made me successful. It wasn't. It was what made me miserable. That harsh voice is not the voice of truth. It is not reality. It is just a terrified little kid inside you trying to protect you from rejection. You learned that if you were perfect, maybe you wouldn't get hurt. So your brain became a tyrant to keep you in line. It's like a friend who gives terrible advice because they don't know any better. You don't fight that voice, and you don't drown it out with work or alcohol. You have to talk to it. Close your eyes, put your hand on your chest and say, "Thank you for trying to protect me, but I am the adult now. I am driving the car. You can sit in the back seat and rest. Lord, if I had known how to do that at 30, the pain I would have saved myself. This brings me to my greatest regret. I thought I was a good mother because I provided. I bought the big house, paid for the fancy colleges, but I was stressed and angry. Even at the dinner table, my mind was a million miles away. Children don't care about the square footage of your house. They are sponges for your nervous system. When you are stressed and staring blankly at a screen, your child absorbs that. They don't think you are stressed about work. They think it's their fault that they aren't good enough. I pass my trauma right down to them wrapped in an expensive bow. The greatest gift you can give your children is a parent who is actually happy, who has healed their own mind. Because if you don't heal your wounds, your children will spend the rest of their lives bleeding from them. I'm 90 now. I can't undo the dinners I missed or the arguments I started. All I can do is sit here and hope you are listening. Stop fighting the world. Unpack your explosives. Tell that terrified voice to go to sleep. Go be happy, not for your career but for the people who actually love you. Everything you are looking for is an inside job. Don't wait until you're my age to figure this out.